Now this is a tale about a bunch of boys who got out on a bridge one night that ran over a nasty body of water, and the trouble began. It was rutting season, and that's when their horns start to grow and boys get an itch. So some of you may want to just shut the video off right now, but if you are not faint-hearted, you may want to continue. So a bunch of boys back in high school decided that they were going to go out one night because they'd heard tales from some of their friends that there was a loose married woman that lived out in the country. And the story went that you pull up at the end of this bridge and you flash your lights a couple of times, and she'd be waiting at the other side. She'd flash her lights if she was ready and willing to have some company. Well, a bunch of us loaded up one night, off we went. We parked at the end of this bridge that went over this nasty pool of stagnant water, and we flashed the lights and we saw the lights flash back. We got out of the car and started walking across that bridge. Well, we got about halfway across, and suddenly we hear a voice that calls out, "You the boys that been seeing my wife on the side." Boom! Boom! A shotgun. 2 big blasts. I tell you, we all scattered. Woo! 2 boys went off the side of the bridge. Otho hit the ground. 1 boy took off running the opposite direction towards the car. Now, Otho crawled over to the edge of the bridge, and 1 boy was lying down there in a bunch of brambles, a sticker bush, and he was moaning. And I said, "Are you hit?" He said, "Oh no, save yourself." So I crawled over to the other side, and I saw that old Dwayne. He jumped off in the water. This is this nasty greenish, brackish water it smelled awful. He was swimming, had his head underneath the water. He was just going through the water like this. He raised up. He looked like the creature from Black Lagoon or Boggy Creek Monster. He had, weeds hanging off his head and mud. It was just the foulest looking thing. But he was okay. Well, we all went away. We somehow or another, we just got back to the car. And even the guy that was in the brambles, he found his way back. He was cut up and bleeding. And we got in that car, and we were so happy that no one was killed. The next day, we found out that some of our buddies had set all this up. They were on this other side of that bridge, just laughing to themselves. But, they flashed their truck lights on and off, and we had just bought into that whole story. Good Lord. Again, some of the things that young men will get into. Of course, that's what happens, during rutting season. The idea of being with a strange woman just does all kinds of wild things to a young man's head. Some of you know what I'm talking about. So the moral of this story is, don't go out late at night on a farmer's property crossing some footbridge expecting that something wild and crazy is going to be waiting for you there, because that wild and craziness may be something that you don't even expect. It'll be troubles beyond your wildest dreams. Y'all be good.